Hi, this is Zalman Nelson. I'm an online therapist. Welcome to the channel. Please subscribe, like, and share this video so we can get out more great content about therapy that's practical, down to earth, helping make sure you have an awesome therapy experience and get going with your personal growth. So today's therapy tip, we're talking about how do you talk in therapy? Who does the talking? How does it work? Generally speaking, there isn't one set way to go about therapy. I think a person needs to take the pressure off. Trust that the therapist will also be helpful to you. You're not alone in the journey, but not that there's one right way to get it or that you've got to do it just perfectly so. In my experience, the therapy experience of sharing what you're going through, what you're experiencing, what you're struggling with, it's like a room with many doors. Whatever door you choose to go through, whatever's on your mind in the moment, that day, that week, that month, that's the door where you go through, and it all leads to the same core stuff, the same core area. But not that there's one right, perfect, black and white way in order to engage in therapy or to do therapy. Now, there are also sometimes where you don't know what you want to talk about, and that's also okay. You can come into a session and tell your therapist that I want to talk, but I don't know what to talk about, or can you ask me some questions, or to reach out and ask for help. But I think it's important to take off that pressure as if there's one perfect right way to do it. And I think as a client, you need to feel welcome to ask any questions that you have about the therapist, the therapist themselves. The therapist may answer a bunch of questions that you have about them. How far they'll go into personal details of their life will likely be limited. It's not a friendship, it's different. But I think therapists will generally share things that they have experienced where it can be of help and support to you. It's a different type of relationship you have to understand that you're engaging in, one in which you're allowed to dominate the conversation because you are the conversation. This is where a lot of people burn out their friends before they get to therapy because they try to turn those friends into therapists. Why does that not work? Because a friendship or a relationship that you have with a person is a give and take and a back and forth. There are times where you speak more, there's times where the other person speaks more, but there needs to be space for everybody. In therapy, it's about you. There will be times where you spend the entire session talking because you just need to share, express, and get it out. And you could say, well, the therapist didn't share anything, so I didn't get anything from the session. It's not true. You gained tremendously from being able to express yourself. You were heard, you were respected, you were shown that you're important, count, and matter, and the therapist is there listening and paying attention. You also gained from putting the ideas or feelings into words, and the therapist is listening, paying attention, learning more about you as you go. So take the pressure off. Allow yourself to be in the moment. Know that what's coming up for you that day, that week is important, and you can start there, or that wherever you decide you want to start will get you to the same place. It's all the same core issues that are there. And have an awesome therapy experience.